to take the physical place and turn it into a living, producing campus of unlimited capacity. Yes.
Right, and I would say that the last part of that is really important. Because one of the things I think we've discovered consistently is that if it's not about that specific place, discovering in this process what's absolutely unique about this place, what makes it special, what's its contribution to the whole, and you try and do it, let's say, ubiquitously everywhere, abstractly, and apply it, in New York and LA and San Francisco and Boston and Paris and Rome, it won't work. Each place is entirely unique.
I agree with
you. And it grows of what makes that particular place unique. Absolutely. So that it happens both physically and economically and spiritually.
Absolutely.
I want to qualify that just a little bit. That is, everything that John said is right. And yet we can abstract things. And those are technical. In the technical world, we can abstract things. That's what LEAD has done, for instance.
Yes.
But when you try to translate that technical world into a living system world, it doesn't work. And that's one of the big things we keep stubbing our toe against in our culture, is that we try to take machine age thinking in our businesses.
You can't apply cybernetic systems thinking to living systems.
And we try to do that in corporations. We take kind of these very strategic plannings, which are, we draw this line to that line, and it does this and this, and that works for a while, and then it breaks down because people are changing, it's evolving, and it's not respecting that kind of dynamic that you have in the huddle.
Well, and there's two scales that are happening. There's the place scale that we're talking about, but what I actually heard that was very interesting that you were saying earlier is this idea of a constant back and forth between the individual. You talked about, understanding that this player is going to need like a real personal kind of questioning process, conversation, whereas this player needs someone to just, sort of have a real more aggressive, sort of approach and encouragement. And that's the individual scale, understanding a human being and what they as an individual need. And then at the same time, literally at the same time, it's this sense of, but there's a community, there's a team, there's a huddle, there's a sense of connection. And those two are happening simultaneously, but they have to both be there. If it's just about the individual, then it goes off in some sort of more egotistical or whatever it is. And if it's just about the community, you lose a sense of meaning in it.
Absolutely.
So how do you sustain the energy in that? How do you keep people engaged in that?
The way you keep people engaged in that on the sports team is that you have a destination called winning that you want to get to. You have a destination called I will help. I'm committed to helping you win. By the more I'm committed to helping you win, the more I have actual feedback and support and intelligence coming from other places. What's great is about the sports model, it's so easy to be able to use as a tool to explain. You could have the same commitment in one culture for the San Francisco 49ers. You could have the exact same commitment and passion and the exact system and plays, and you put it down in Dallas, it's going to look different.
You were talking about the Raiders versus the Patriots. It's a whole different culture, but yet the same. Could you say something about
the Patriots, when we went in, we had to be at practice at 5:30 in the morning to get prepared. You have taping, you have film study, you have your own private meetings with the players that you need to meet with, et cetera, et cetera. Then it went to 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and you got home exhausted. Okay, and they felt that under the mechanics of that team, the way for them to be successful is to spend a tremendous amount of time in the very systematic forensic approach to winning the game.